What was mine became his. She was always mine, even when we broke up, even when a year passed and my heart no longer ached so badly at the mention of her name. I still felt that Olena was a part of my history and therefore had to be an untouchable zone. Especially for him. Max was my best friend, not just a buddy, but a brother with whom we shared a dorm room, money for pizza, exam fears, and most importantly, trust. Our friendship was the unshakable foundation upon which I built my life. When I found out they were dating, I didn't believe it. At first, it was some absurd rumor that I dismissed with a smile. Max and Olena? No way. But then I saw them. They were sitting in our favorite cafe, the place where Max and I celebrated his first job and where Olena and I celebrated our first anniversary. They were laughing, their faces close. Close. It was a laugh I knew, but now it sounded in the wrong combination. I walked up to their table. My legs felt like cotton, and a lump was stuck in my throat. "Hi," I said, trying to make my voice sound indifferent, but it came out raspy. Olena turned pale. Max stood up, his face a mix of guilt and defiance. Andri was all he could manage. No need for explanations. I raised my hand, stopping him. I didn't need his excuses about how it just happened or how they didn't want to hurt me. I saw the truth in his eyes. He knew what he was doing, and he did it anyway. He consciously crossed the line. "You know, Max?" I looked him straight in the eye, feeling anger mix with deep, cold disappointment. How many times did we agree on what was off limits? Other guys' girls, other people's jobs, other people's secrets. And a best friend's ex? That seemed to be an unwritten rule, an axiom. He tried to touch my shoulder, but I stepped back. "You're wrong, Andri. He started. "No, Max, you didn't betray her. You betrayed me. You didn't take a girlfriend. You took our history, our trust. You proved that in your hierarchy, the desire for one girl is valued higher than a decade of our friendship." I looked at Olena. She was staring at the table. Her silence was the most painful confirmation of their shared betrayal. "I wish you happiness," I said, and it sounded like a curse meant to burn away their joint future. "Just remember, Max, if you could so easily cross me out for her, who guarantees that one day you won't cross her out for something else?" I turned and left. I didn't look back, even though I felt their gazes on my back. We haven't spoken since that day. I changed my number, started avoiding our shared spots. The pain of losing Olena was nothing compared to the emptiness left in the place of our brotherhood. I realized that the friendship I thought was solid as a rock was actually built on sand, and one gust of wind, or rather, one girl, could ruin everything. This wasn't just a betrayal. It was the rewriting of my personal history by his hand. And the worst part, I no longer knew who I could trust. If even the person who knew all my secrets was capable of such a stab in the back.